We are live. What's up, everybody? This is Nerd News Live. I'm your host, Hunter Chambliss. I'm joined by my co-host, JPO, Jordan Pierce Owens. How's it going, man?
Doing just wonderful here. Happy to talk about this particular trailer, my most anticipated movie of the year, personally.
Same with me. Yes, we are talking about the Deadpool and Wolverine teaser trailer that came out from the Super Bowl. Again, I'm not a huge NFL fan, so I don't watch the Super Bowl. I just watch the trailers because I'm a movie guy. But JPO, overall thoughts on the Deadpool 3 trailer before we go into more details about it.
Well, first of all, same here. I was doing the more manly thing than watching football. I was playing movie trivia over at my channel during most of the night. Um, and then, yeah, doing some movie drafts, movie trivia. So, yeah, but definitely diving into YouTube to check out the trailers here. Good night of trailers, too. I'm looking forward to Apes. Twisters didn't
Oh, that
lose
show
me or
looks
gain me
great.
more. Yeah, good trailer for Apes. That one actually got me more excited. Twisters looks fine. Didn't necessarily lose me or gain me from where I was standing
Mhm.
originally. But yeah, but the one we're talking about today is Deadpool 3. I guess now known as, this is the first time we knew this is the new title change, right? Is
Mhm.
this is the first? Yeah, 'cause I had no idea. I remember when YouTube did it, I was like, "Oh, is YouTube wrong? Or is this a fan made trailer?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, no, this is it." Which is fine. I mean, I think we live in the world where people just want to spell things out. You know what I mean? One Love, the Bob Marley movie. You know what I mean? Gran Turismo, based on true events. So I guess they just want to
Yep.
spell things out for you, which
To
is
be
fine.
fair though,
Put Wolverine in
this
this
was
trailer.
this name was also based on the comic of the same title, Deadpool and Wolverine. So that kind
Yeah,
of comic tie in as well. So that kind of works more for this than most movies.
yeah. No, I mean, and also too, like I definitely just see the logic in Wolverine draws. He sells. He's definitely. I mean, I was in for Deadpool 3 no matter what the premise was because I love Deadpool 1 and 2. But I mean, he
Hmm.
definitely draws and intrigues me even more. And again, if you weren't a fan of Deadpool, now you might be in it, knowing Wolverine's not only in it, but a good chunk of it. The fact that he's in the title here, and a good way
Hmm.
to tease him too. Only seeing the back of his head, and then later on his shadow. So
The
yeah, just
claw scene was hilarious.
yeah, hey, help me up. Never mind, I'm good, or
Never
whatever he
mind.
says. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I mean, just perfect, good teaser trailer here. You know, you start off. You know, it kind of takes off where Deadpool 2 lands, which is kind of showing you that everyone he loves is alive. We're in a
Hmm.
background. Rob Delaney. Well, I forgot what his name is, but from the X Factor.
Peter.
Yeah, just a normal white dude name. Yeah.
Hmm.
Everyone's there except for T.J. Miller. I think T.J. Miller got canceled, so I don't feel his character is there. But you see
They
his
even
driver.
had the guy who in the first Deadpool when Vanessa like grabs him by the balls and is like crushing him. That dude's there with the long beard as well in the
Bushimir,
background.
yeah. I saw long
Yep.
beards there. The driver, of course, Negasonic, her friend from the second
Hmm.
one.
Yukio,
Colossus. I think you can only see a little bit of Colossus, but he's there.
the Chrome.
Um, um, so yeah, so we get a little bit of that, and then now we're diving into was it the TVA, and oh yeah, so get a little bit of glimpses of what's going on. I really loved that we actually saw Pyro. I had no idea he was in this
Yeah, that was
because
cool.
I liked him. I'm a fan of the original trilogy. I love the first two, and I kind of liked where his arc was going, and his arc kind of just ends. So it's kind of cool. That's a character I never thought we'd necessarily see again, and
Hmm.
you can also see in the background the Fox logo, which I know the photos have leaked of that, so that's gonna be interesting.
Yep,
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting, man. And then you get, of course, the pegging joke to show that it is indeed gonna be rated R.
of course. So I called this premise way back on our first episode of Nerd News, which you guys can go back a few months ago and watch. I said with Deadpool 2 ending with him going through the multiverse and changing everything, and you brought in the TVA, it only makes sense for the TVA to now be chasing Deadpool for fucking up the
Good
timeline.
call.
What I did not expect was, which someone else brought up, is what if the reason you see the Fox logo in the bag is because someone literally like just zapped away all of the Fox studios, so that's where all the cameos are going to be, is in that little void area from Loki, and that's where Deadpool is going to come across, like Pyro and James Marston, Cyclops, and Wolverine, and all these people from the Fox universe. and you kind of get like a Deadpool kills the Fox universe, as Coin Jandrew kept saying years and years and years ago. Um, but overall, man, this trailer was perfect. It gave us just enough to give us what the story beats are going to be without giving everything away. I love that we
For
saw
sure.
Pyro. At first, I didn't realize it was Pyro. Gotta be honest, I watched the original X Men movies pretty decently. I don't remember seeing Pyro a lot or remember
It's
Pyro's character a
it's
lot.
definitely, I believe, a suit we've never seen. He does look.
Yeah,
I could tell from the actor. I want to say Aaron Stanford is his name. He was also in the remake of Last House on the Left, if you're a horror fan. Um, and so yeah, is Last House on the Left? No, Hills of Ice. Hills of Ice. Sorry, my bad.
his
Getting
eyes.
my remakes confused. My remakes confused. But yeah, but so I feel like again, you never quite know what universe we're in or what setting that could be in. Yeah, because it's definitely. I don't think we've seen that suit. I don't think.
Yeah, and what's cool is like he has like the Pyro goggles around his neck,
Yeah.
so like kind of almost like a heat wave look almost
Mhm.
from DC
Yeah, and I
Comics.
know we've seen photos too of Wolverine's got the cartoon looking, yellow and blue. So again, what we'll
I
see
love
here,
it.
these could be new versions of characters we've never seen to a degree.
Yeah. I was watching a video on like breaking down things you've missed in the trailers,
Right. Oh,
and
nice.
there was one that I didn't realize was a reference when Deadpool is being hovered over by Wolverine at the end of the trailer. If you look to the side, there is a Secret Wars comic book by Deadpool, and the comic book cover shows Doctor Doom. It's the first appearance of Doctor Doom in the Secret Wars comic book arc. So it has the Doom mask, like first and foremost, showing on the page. So could that be Marvel giving a little bit of a teaser as to what we may see in Secret Wars?
Yeah, I don't know how much this will tie into the future. Yeah, I would imagine they might do some Easter eggs here. Yeah, no, there's a lot. I haven't done any of those breakdown videos. I almost want to stay surprised, but yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of weird, funny things we're gonna see soon.
Oh yeah. Um, Also, is there any way that you think they'll use this Deadpool movie to introduce either the new Fantastic Four or maybe some new X Men casting?
Well, that's the thing. I wonder is because you know there is a bit of reboot that needs to be done. With whatnot. I mean, hell, we're still kind of showing the older X Men. I mean, you see the Marvels, that little post credit scene, which
Yep.
is funny. I legit had no idea. I actually somehow stayed spoiler free until I saw it on Disney Plus. I had
Wow.
no idea. I had no idea of that cameo. So we're still kind of like playing around in that universe. Of course, we saw it in Doctor Strange as well. So yeah, is this a good way to revamp it? Because I think all those characters and those actors are kind of done. So, and I think you kind of want X Men in your Avengers universe. So yeah, I think we're gonna maybe tease maybe at the very end we're gonna see like a whole new Professor X. Maybe I don't know. I would imagine this is where you kind of do it. I would think.
Yeah, I could also see them introducing like the new Fantastic Four since that's the movie that they're going with next. And like hell, it would be pretty cool if like the TVA, and this is just something I'm thinking off my head, the TVA is now run by somebody else because of course, Kang is dead, Loki has taken over, the timelines pretty much. He's holding the timeline. Spoiler for Loki season 2. But what if the TVA is run by someone like a Reed Richards who can now, see the multiverse, know what's going on, be able to control it, but in Deadpool 3, that's the way that Deadpool gets back home is introducing the new Reed Richards, whether it's Pedro Pascal or somebody else that's being, rumored for the casting. And then that's how they bring the Fantastic Four into this world.
Yeah, I would think now's the kind of time to pull that trigger. You know what I mean? To this is another again obviously from the TVA from all the different old Wolverine and stuff. So this is obviously going to be a multiverse movie. So now's the
Mhm.
time that I think do those resets that you kind of need to do if you want to have an X Men or a Fantastic Four in your universe.
Yeah, definitely, and especially because with Secret Wars still being the end goal, you've got to introduce the Fantastic Four before getting into there because they have a big role. Them and Doom have a big role when it comes to Secret Wars in the comics, at least. So that way you can kind of get the ball rolling if you want to go that route. Um, my question is over or under 50% that we're going to see Julian McMahon as Doctor Doom one last time in this movie.
Oh boy, I mean, you could say that for everybody, man. Like over under Ben Affleck as Daredevil. Like I want to know about that. Over
That
under.
one,
I mean,
that one, I'm kind of convinced of because they have Jennifer Gardner coming back.
they confirmed Garner a while back in casting, so like I feel like no offense to Garner, if you got Garner, I feel like you're gonna get Affleck, unless they don't want to work together. I don't know if there's any beef there.
Hell,
Uh,
get Foggy Nelson played by John Favreau in there too.
oh yeah, that's true. You got John Favreau. I'm sure he would do that. Absolutely, he's already
You
there,
could
probably on set.
Deadpool could make so many jokes about John Favreau as Foggy Nelson.
Have yeah, Foggy and Happy Hogan in the scene really confuse the fuck out of people.
Yes, and then the same scene have Captain America's Chris Evans and Human Torch Chris
Next to
Evans.
Human Torch. Yeah, no, and you know what? Honestly, the possibilities of that are definitely here. I'm just having that real fun nod of like, what the fuck, you know, kind of thing.
What is
The whole
this?
Spider-Man point. But yeah, I mean, as far as McMahon, yeah, I mean, anything's under. I mean, I'll say under just because I feel like maybe you want to introduce a new one. If that's going to be a feature kind of main, villain at some point, but anything's
Mhm.
possible, man. So it's definitely possible.
Yeah. What are some other characters that you're looking forward to seeing if they could delve deep into the Fox library?
Yeah, I mean, if this is the swan song of Fox, I would love to see just maybe a little bit more of Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen. But if you want to get even more outside of that, like I would love to even see like Thomas Jane as Punisher one more time. I think would be cool.
Ooh,
Um,
that'd be cool.
I mean, you can just, again, the possibilities are endless. Fucking do Dolph Lundgren again. He's alive. Dolph
Oh my
Lundgren.
God, get the three Punishers. Get Lundgren,
You
Barenthal,
can't.
and Thomas Jane.
Oh, Barathol. Okay, I thought you were gonna say Winstone. I was like, I can't get Winstone, buddy.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, get Barathol. So yeah, I mean that'd be fun. Even when you said, yeah, I think Ellen Hansen next to John Favreau is a funny image. I mean, there's so many things. I mean, obviously you do want to make sure there's enough story too. So I almost like
yeah,
you don't want it to be just hundreds of cameos. But I think there's
yeah,
definitely room for some really funny things here, and this is the time to do it. I'd
yeah.
love to see Cable again.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Deadpool 3 is going to have a lot of story elements to it, just because the first two, they had their cameos, they had their fun moments, but they also had a kind of a grounded story to
Yeah.
connect everything. Do you think that we're going to get a cameo of Owen Wilson as why am I forgetting his name from Loki? Morbius.
I always forget that his name is that also Jared Leto's name?
No, Mobius. I'm sorry, Mobius, not
Oh, okay. I was about to say, yeah. I always thought that made sense when they were talking about the TVA. I feel like I know his name's been rumored too, kind of like along with Garner. So I mean, it kind of just makes sense. But where Loki ended, maybe not necessarily. You know what I mean? Like at first,
Mhm.
I kind of even when they showed, um, is it Peter Safranowicz? Is that who's in the trailer? They showed who
I'm not
the
sure who
TVA
that
guy is
is.
this time. Yeah, at first I was like, oh, that would be kind of cool if that was just fucking Owen Wilson, because then you can right
Yeah,
away go, oh, that's what the tie-in is. But yeah, I wouldn't mind that or like what is it? You have a couple different actors you can always throw in there. You know what I mean?
yeah.
CQB or Quan again or something or yeah. So I do hope there's
Oh,
some
Key
sort
would
of
be
TVA tie-in.
amazing.
Yeah. You have so many different ways you can go about it here. But yeah, I thought it would make sense to show somebody from the TVA that we've seen before. Maybe like the one girl that's kind of also and like the main security girl. Maybe put her in there at one point.
Hmm. There was also a rumor that was also teased in the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer, where Deadpool is going to different timelines in the MCU to try to save as many members of the Avengers and the I guess, the X-Men now in his world. So like he goes back to Age of Ultron, and that's what that snowy field was in the trailer, and he tries to save um Quicksilver from dying from the bullets in Age of Ultron.
Really?
And that's
Okay.
why the TVA agents are there in that same location fighting him now.
Nice. Yeah, see, stuff like that I did not piece together. Yes, that's cool. Yeah, that's true. Okay. Hmm.
Yeah. So just the idea of like him going to different multiverses and
Yeah.
like or going back in time with his teleporter to, save Aaron Taylor Johnson's Quicksilver and, save Wanda from going crazy. Or like hell, this could be a way they could retcon the entire phase 4 if they wanted to.
Yeah, you really could do a reset if you wanted to, for sure.
You could literally be like, okay, everything in phase 4 that we want to keep, we'll keep, and then everything else, Deadpool can go and just kind of fuck up everything. And
It almost
realistically, it
sounds
would
like
make
I hate to
sense.
say, but it almost makes you wonder, like, is it gonna be kind of like some shit like the Flash, and ends with him and Clooney, like where this just really fuck things up.
Maybe, but if that's the case, I at least have more faith in Marvel because I know that cinematic universe is still going on. I think the
Yeah.
problem with DC trying to do it is that we knew that the universe was getting rebooted and reset. So now that
Mm.
George Clooney cameo, we know it's not going to lead to anything. But if they reset everything from Phase 4 and kind of reboot from Deadpool 3 or Deadpool and Wolverine, you can have a lot more of a story structure going forward with a universe that's still expanding.
Yeah. No, for sure. No, that would make sense to do it that way.
So I have a feeling that's they're probably going to pick and choose what they want to keep and
Mm.
then reboot the rest of it, or soft reboot the rest of it. Which gets me wondering, are we going to get like maybe a new Iron Man? Are they going to maybe not bring back Robert Downey Jr., but cast somebody else in the role for a Secret Wars Avengers type movie?
Mm.
Because the problem
Yeah,
with
it's
doing
hard to
the
tell.
Avengers
Yeah.
movie now is that most of your main ones are either dead or they're in like recluse after Endgame.
I just think you got to start building, newer people now. You know what I mean? Like, I know we're kind of trying
Mm-hmm.
to build, Falcon and Winter Soldier up. You know what I mean? At one point, so, and if we do introduce Fantastic Four and maybe the X Men, like that does fill a bit of a gap as well. Because yeah, Iron Man's gonna be hard to replace. I think in this particular universe, without it feeling like you're just simply trying to fill a gap. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So that's gonna be difficult. And I don't know too. Like, is this a way to get Deadpool in your new films? Is Deadpool gonna be kind of around in other films? Like, I don't know. Um,
Yeah.
you still got Star Lord. You still got Thor. Technically, it looks like they're still kind of sticking around for the moment. So
Hmm.
there's still enough heroes. Shuri's kind of stepped up as the new Black Panther and whatnot. So
You've got Kate Bishop and Miss Marvel,
yeah, you got the three different Marvels. Kate Bishop.
which are they still doing the Young
The
Avengers?
Eternals.
I think it was a TV show that they had at one point, but I know that they're looking to make it a movie now, the Young Avengers.
Well, is that the other tease that they have in the Marvels? Yeah, with she's like the new Nick Fury all of a sudden.
That was my favorite part of that end credit scene was her sitting in the corner, pretty much reciting Nick Fury's
Yeah.
quote from the first Iron Man movie. It's so funny.
To me, that seems like more of a show, but I don't know. You could go either
Yeah,
way with it.
like me personally, I didn't hate the Marvels as much as most people did. I found enjoyment in it, but
Yeah.
I understand the criticisms. But like, I don't understand why it got the hate it did. I thought it was an average MCU movie.
No, I mean I was perfectly fine with it. Yeah, I mean I gave it 3 stars. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, I mean I think we're just unfortunately, I think because we've had a couple lesser Marvels, and I think the fatigue is setting in, but I think we are starting to maybe trail back a little bit. We're not doing 4 movies a year. We're back down to like just a couple. So
Yeah.
I think there is time for course correction, but
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to bring up about the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer? Actually, there is one thing I want to bring up. We know the villain as well. If she was teased a little bit, like you saw the back of her head in the trailer, it is Cassandra Nova, who in the comics, if you don't know, is the twin sister of Charles Xavier, who is on the same Omega level threat that Charles Xavier is. So this is like, what if Charles Xavier just didn't have any restraint about using the power? That's Cassandra Nova.
oh, okay, nice, nice. No, that's a deeper cut than even I knew. I didn't know he had a sister. So no, that's dope. Yeah, and I like that same
So
idea. It's like, what is it like? It wasn't a good movie, but I like the idea of like Brightburn, where it's like, what if Superman, or even The Boys with Homelander? Like, what if Superman was fucking psycho? You know,
yeah,
I like that
or
idea. Like, okay, Charles Xavier, but it's the opposite of Charles Xavier's mindset.
yeah, exactly. So this gets me wondering if like she's going to be recruiting maybe some of the older X-Men's to fight for, because like in the trailer we saw her back of her head, and then like it looks like she's looking out at like an army. Maybe she's collecting different X-Men and different villains from other multiverses to kind of fight with her, because
Yeah,
she is like Charles Xavier in a way where she does more of a fighting in the back. Like she's in a wheelchair like Charles. She can't move around, but she uses her mind to mind control other people. So maybe she's mind controlling these heroes and villains to fight against Deadpool and the TVA.
yeah. I mean, as far as possibilities, that 100% tracks as could be where they're going with it. That could explain possibly even Pyro's involvement potentially. Because he's kind of, if you're a wrestling fan, he's been kind of a tweener. Like he's been kind of a heel, but he still has a little bit of a heart. You know what I mean? But you can definitely see it where he just goes full heel. So yeah, no, I mean that'd be cool. That sounds like a decent villain. And do you know who's playing her?
Let me look that up real quick.
Just wondering if it's somebody I know.
Go ahead and talk real quick while I look it up.
Um, when I was a young boy, my
Oh,
father took
copyright
me to
claim.
the city. I don't know. I just said to talk. I don't know what to do other than sing My Chemical Romance for some reason. Uh, I would love to see also some more Cable. Maybe I'd love to see Cable in general. I hope we're not done with that character with Josh Brolin. I had a lot of fun. The Cable's been one of my favorites. Um, I'd love to see a different version of Bishop too. Bishop was used only slightly in Days of Future Past. Bishop's a cool character. That whole world I'd love to see a series of someday. Kind of
Yeah,
post up
I
a little
don't
bit.
see the actress they have to play her. Oh wait, it says of Emma's Corrin. Emma Corrin,
I don't know. Doesn't ring
or
like it. Doesn't
is
ring
that
like
the name
here.
of? Yeah, uh, Emma Corrin. She was, what was her career like? Oh, she's a TV actress. She was Princess Diana in The Crown. Um, okay, yeah. Sometimes I might be introvert. That was weird. So yeah, she's mostly a TV actress, but I
Yeah.
guess this is her big break. I'm sorry, there, because she's non-binary. Excuse me.
Oh, okay.
But
I see a Dave J now. I see ya.
yeah. So overall, man, I am super excited for this film. This is my most
Yeah.
anticipated of the
Number
year.
one.
Um, I can't think of anything else to bring up. I mean, we talked about pretty much everything.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure there might be more breakdown videos. Like I said, I've never done the still by still thing. Um, I'm just enjoying the ride here. I'm
Hmm.
very much looking forward to it. I've always been a big fan of the franchise because it offers something different. You know what I mean? Like my one critique of something like the Marvels is we've kind of seen it played out to a degree. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like Deadpool was always kind of cool because it's a bit self-referential. It's R-rated. It's not your cookie cutter, comic book film. It's you know what I mean. It's bloody. It's violent.
Hmm.
It's language, and so in that case they offer something a bit different here. And now they're playing around. They started with the second one. Now we're really gonna play around with some time travel stuff, some cameos. So yeah, this is definitely a really fun movie, both in hopefully quality and then just intriguing of where they're gonna go and who they're gonna show.
Yeah. By the way, one of my favorite lines in the trailer is, "So what you're saying is, I'm pretty much Marvel Jesus."
Marvel, Jesus, yeah, they built it up perfectly. He's got the little hair sticking out from his toupee. You just see little hairs
Yes, his his
coming places.
his uh his hairpiece gets pulled off as he gets
Yeah,
into
and then they step on it. Yeah,
the void. It's so funny. Um, I'm excited to see what type of people and like cameos are going to be in the void itself, because you can go in so many different directions with that. That like, I hope we get Dogpool. Give me Dogpool.
no,
Yes, Dogpool, baby. Um, but just this movie looks fun, and it looks like
yeah,
Disney is finally allowing it to be R rated. I mean, hell, the first joke we have in the movie is about pegging. So
yeah, and that sets the tone. Like it's not my first time for pegging, but it is for Disney, right? Where he puts it,
Disney,
yeah, it looks in the camera.
yes, the marketing for this is also genius. You just had Hugh Jackman put out a poster that said on X that said "fixed it," and it says Wolverine and some asshole.
I saw another really cool one too that I'm seeing all over the place now, which is it's a locket in half. One's Deadpool, and one's
Yeah,
Wolverine. That one's cute. Like
that's
I'll totally buy that.
the thumbnail for this video is that photo.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that
It's the
just makes sense. Yeah,
locket.
that's a cool. Like I literally I might look on Amazon later and buy that. Yeah,
I think that's the actual poster for the movie,
yeah,
because they released that online right before the trailer went live. So plus, I mean, this is directed by the same guy who directed Free Guy. I'm forgetting his name. Sean Levy.
I was gonna say yeah. He's worked with Reynolds a couple times because it's Free Guy, and he also just did what the fuck's it
The
called?
Adam Project.
There you go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, my only slightly concern was I don't. I may be wrong. I have to look at. I have to look it up real quick. Let me look up Sean Levy real quick because he's got a decent little track record, as
Yeah.
well. Directed several things.
I really enjoyed Free Guy.
Lots of comedy. Oh yeah, he goes back to even doing TV episodes of The Secret World of Alex Mack. If you're a '90s Nickelodeon kid, jeez, and he directed episodes of
Wasn't he
Animorphs. All right,
wasn't he a producer for Stranger Things, or am I thinking of somebody else?
I'd have to look at him now. We got Big Fat Liar, which I loved. Night at the Museum. He did the first two. No, he did all three of them. My bad.
Hmm.
Real Steel looks like where he meets Hugh Jackman.
Real
Um,
Steel is amazing.
oh, he directed Stranger Things, 8 of them. So
Yep. Yep.
yeah, Free Guy, Adam Project. Yeah, my only kind of quizzitive is this is his first R-rated film. Actually, this dude's never done an R-rated movie.
Is it really?
Yeah, look up his filmography. It's Date Night, Real Steel, Internship. This is where I leave you. Williams, Free Guy, Adam Project. Yeah, every PG to PG-13. Yeah, it's not the same director as the first two, which not necessarily bad, but it does. When you have a set track record, you kind of wanted to keep the same people for the third one because it's like it's working.
Hmm.
Let's not fuck with what's working. But obviously Reynolds likes working with them.
Yeah.
This will be their third movie in a row. So
Yeah, and the movies that he's done with both Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman have been have been really great movies. Like, I really had fun with Free Guy, and I freaking love Real Steel. So like, I have confidence that he knows how to work with Ryan's comedy and with
yeah,
Hugh
no,
Jackman's like
I would
dramatic
imagine
acting ability.
I would imagine Reynolds pulled for him to a degree. Whenever they knew the third guy, the guy from the last two, wasn't sticking around, I would imagine that's might have been even a Reynolds call of like, hey, I work well with this one guy, Sean Levy. Like, look at our track record; it's two popular
Yeah.
films. Hugh Jackman might have been an easy call for Hugh Jackman too, between his friendship with Reynolds and he's worked with Levy before. It probably was an easy call for Jackman to come back aboard.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I said, I like Real Steel as well. I love Free Guy. That was my top 10. And yeah, and the other one too, Adam Project was probably one of the bigger surprises of the year.
And Sean Levy also worked with Chris Evans for a little bit too. That hilarious cameo in Free Guy, where Guy has the Captain America shield, and then Ryan Reynolds, or Chris Evans goes, "What the fuck?"
Oh yeah, I forgot too. Even Hugh Jackman's also a voice too in uh, Free Guy.
Yep.
So
So
they
I
snuck
mean,
in there.
yeah, this movie is shaping up to be amazing. I know on the last
Yeah,
episode of Nerd News Live, we talked about how Matthew Vaughn you know, saw the teaser before everybody else, and he came out and said that this movie could save the MCU, and I believe it now, looking at the
yeah,
possibilities of what they could do. And if you have someone like Matthew Vaughn, who has worked on one of my favorite X-Men movies, First Class,
yeah.
and
Great one.
and he says that, like, that gives me even more hope going forward.
Yeah, I don't see him as a bullshitter. You know, I'm sure he's nice, but I'm sure he actually believes that 100%. If that's what he said.
Yeah. All right. I believe that's it. Unless you want to bring up something else before we head out.
No, man. Like I said, we're super excited for this here. On pretty much every level. So yeah, no, I'm excited. Maybe next trailer comes out, we'll talk about the next trailer.
Yeah. All right, JPO, where can people find you online?
Yeah, find me over at the Pierce Co. We're doing some movie trivia tournament there. We're about to start round 2 pretty soon. Is there one more? All right, no, we're done with round 1. We're
Get
still
me
about to start
back in the
round.
ring, JPO. I'm ready to kick some ass.
Hey, no, always sign up, man. We're always in fact, check the page because we have a free for all tomorrow. So if you're available tomorrow, we'll get you in that if you're available.
I am
And
available tomorrow.
did you sign up?
I didn't get a notification. I'm about to sign up though.
Go look right now because I only say that because I will forget. So make it physically known that way I don't forget. I say that to everybody because like, oh, just put me in. I'm like, I'm gonna forget when I go to actually make the group. But yeah, I'll be fun over there. We also do countdowns. We just talk about the best rotten movies on Rotten Tomatoes, movies that are rated rotten but are actually really awesome and fun. Drafts and stuff like that. And yeah, catch me popping up on here. Movie Hero Network, Movie Battleground, rank them sometimes. Yeah.
You're coming on
Multiplex.
our next Buffy
Yes.
ranking episode as well
Gotta
for season 7.
talk some Buffy, talking some more horror. I know me and Chad Sir are also working on our Adam Sandler ones. I'm waiting on Chad to finish his Adam Sandler stuff. So yeah, still be here a little bit more in the future.
Yeah. All right, guys. Also, some big news. We have announced our next Workhorse Trivia match, which is going to be 2 weeks from now, which is going to be TV sitcoms. I can't wait to get writing.
Put me in that. Put me in that, please.
I will be spinning the wheel soon of everybody who has signed up, and then I
Put
will
me
get
on 7
everybody.
different slices.
Just
Jordan,
also,
JPO, Jory, Jay Owens,
Jury.
Jordan Pierce. Oh, yeah, whatever. Just play it. Rig the reel, baby. Rig the reel. Because I love sitcoms.
All right, guys. I can't wait to get that written and
And now
recorded.
that Steve Ice is gone, maybe we can win one.
There you go. Yeah, I'm having so much fun writing these and, recording these because these are just fun. Like, I don't have to stress myself over, getting rankings and things like that. We just come in, have some fun, and that's it. So, guys, if you did enjoy this, hit that like button, subscribe to Nerd Entertainment Network down below. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys soon. Peace.
Do it.